just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Garoppolo will lead the Patriots up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And right side, Henry's got it. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Ravens, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates them.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
See if they do that. Gets it out quickly here to the left flat. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Well, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Devin Bush racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And he'll be taken down at the 34. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. From the gun, it's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Hunt. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Marcus Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that...
It's caught inside the 25. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 73 yards.
And the Patriots are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to 2. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away.
Duvernay now going to bring it out.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for it first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
And they worked this well upfield across the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down.
Swings this out for Hunt. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36.
Hunt will try going up the middle. He's got room at the 30. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
On the option right is Jackson.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown, as his guys are able to extend their lead. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Offense running back out here, and you remember last drive it was pretty quick, about 10 seconds, Charles. One play, very long pass play that ended in the end zone.
And you know every offensive unit, when that happens, they want to come running back out and recreate it. We know the chances of that are slim because now the defense is on high alert. But at the same time, that confidence should carry over into the start of their next drive.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Well, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach have already made that decision.
call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those...
And Andrews lost the football, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free. That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Garoppolo looks to throw. Going across the middle, and Valdez-Scantling has it. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
From the 3, 2nd and a yard.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Ezekiel Elliott in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Patriots are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the 3rd quarter is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot 1st down. Play action. Garoppolo.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
On third down, Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. On play action, now Garoppolo. He'll buy some time right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the fourth quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Flowers. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Devin Bush able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression, jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw taken in by Ridley here.
And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. On 2nd down, Elliott. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Eluding the pressure right.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
They'll run it with Elliott. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Throwing is Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Hunt. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the 1st down. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try.
Tucker's kick is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
It's taken to the 26.
And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt.
And not much running room. Down to the 32.
This offense so far on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be third and forever. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Finding space at the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Inside give to Elliott. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens will take over possession here up at the 44. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll begin the drive with Hunt.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Now Jackson.
And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To throw is Jackson.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run with Hunt. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Flushed out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year.
And the Ravens are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. So that challenge, a successful one.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot from the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
He completes it to Ridley. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. There's Garoppolo to throw. Oh, leaping, and he makes the grab.
And a tackle going to be made at the 38.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. They'll run again with Hunt. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking out play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
2nd, 3rd levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
They'll give to Hunt here on the option.
And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Baltimore, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers.